Any intense hallucinations while withdrawing? Funny you should ask. Do you have a moment? I have a history of benzo withdrawals. And the two most dangerous detoxes or withdrawals are benzos and alcohol. And one of these times I was in a treatment center. I was sent to a treatment center. And prior to going into treatment, I had this connection and I was getting 1,000 Xanax directly from the pharmacy. The pharmacist was giving them to me, selling them to me. But while selling all these Xanax, I acquired a habit and I would eat, 5 to 10 bars a day. Fast forward, I go to treatment. And upon doing my intake, they say, okay, Mr. Novak, what's brought you to us? And I say, I'm a heroin addict. I didn't say a word about my benzos or the fear of withdrawing from them because it just wasn't an issue to me. I had had them, they were readily available, I just ate them, never thought twice about it. So 12 days into my inpatient treatment center stay, you couldn't just leave the place, you had to be buzzed in and buzzed out, and it was only men in this facility. And they assigned us each lockers, but the lockers were the kind where you could see through, like a gated metal locker. The reason why I'm telling you this is because 12 days into my stay at that treatment center, I was convinced that the guy below me, he was now sleeping with my girlfriend and she was sneaking in to have sex with him. So I took it upon myself to take one of my hangers out of my metal locker and I undid it to make it straight, and then I fish hooked all his clothes and pulled them out through the little holes, and I completely destroyed all of his clothes. And the treatment center says, why did you do that? He wants to beat me up. I believe that he's sleeping with my girlfriend. Meanwhile, he has no idea that I even have a girlfriend. So the treatment center just sees me destructing someone's property, so I have to go. They still have no idea that I'm detoxing off Xanax and I'm hallucinating. So my family comes and picks me up, they take me home, and they don't know what to do with me, right? They're like literally ready to put me out, but they see that I'm not right. I'm on the sofa, and I'd wake up, and one day I'm putting peanuts all over the floor. And my mother said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm feeding Minson. She said, who is Minson? Minson was an imaginary pig that I thought was following me around, so I was feeding him peanuts. And it was at that point she said, something's not right with you, Uncle. So he took me to the hospital. They realized that I was withdrawing from Xanax. So with that, they give my mother a script of Xanax to detox me with the Xanax. With that, the problem's solved. They understand what's going on with me, these insane acts of me being completely delusional. So at night, when my mother puts me to bed to sleep, she sleeps in the bed with me just to make sure that I'm not gonna harm myself or anyone else. So she locks me in the bedroom and locks me in there with her. And we're sharing the bed, and I come to in the middle of the night, and I wake up, and I just feel a woman in my bed. I don't know that it's my mother. She comes to, she says, oh my God, Brandon, what are you doing? I'm your mother. You are insane. And she jumps up and she runs out of the bedroom and she locks me in the bedroom. I end up on Howard Stern some years later. I'm telling the story on Howard Stern of how I tried to sleep with my mother because of detox from Xanax, which was causing me to hallucinate.
I was high as a kite, and I was on all these pills and shot a whole bunch of heroin. And I go into her bedroom and I'm convinced that she's like this hot broad that I hooked up with. She fucking flee the scene like a Wolverine on Angel does and lock me in her bedroom.
That's a very dark place to go to with your mother.
2 weeks later, after I tell that story on Howard Stern, I go back to Baltimore to see my mother to take her out for Mother's Day. And we're sitting at the table, and the guy next to us says, yo, aren't you that guy Novak? I just listened to you on Howard Stern a few days ago talking about you trying to bang your mom. And my mom's like, I'm the mom. So with that, my friends, I hope I answered your question.